Module 2, Lesson 4. Multiply by using familiar strategies. 384. Now, guys, we could show this by doing expanded form. 300 plus 80 plus 4. We break it up that way to show how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. You can do the same thing with expanded form with multiplication. How many hundreds do we have? We have 3, so 3 times 100. Plus, how many tens do we have? We have 8, so 8 times 10. Plus, how many ones do we have? We have 4, so 4 times 1. If we solve this, we would get 384. We can also do it in unit form. There are 3 hundreds, there are 8 tens, and there are 4 ones. And then, another way to show this is using the place value chart. How many ones do we have? We have 4. How many tens? We have 8 place value discs, and then we have 3 place value discs for the hundreds. 3 times 82. Now, when I was your age, we solved this the standard form. 82 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. 8 times 3 is 24. So we would get an answer, a product of 246. This is a factor and this is a factor. And we multiply them together to get a product of 246. This is called the standard way of using multiplication. But now we're going to learn 3 new strategies to solve multiplication. I know this looks a little scary. There's a lot of stuff going on here to solve 3 times 82. We could use the place value chart. And here's our tens and here's our ones. How many ones do we have? Well, we have 2. So I'm going to place 2 place value discs in the 1 column. How many tens do we have? Well, we have 8. And this is why I have placed 8 place value discs in the 10 to represent 82. Now, if you notice, we're going to multiply by 3. So this is why I have 3 boxes to show that I am multiplying all of this 3 times. And when we count them all, we would get, let's try it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we got how many? We have 80. We got over here, excuse me. We've got 80. We got 80 and 80. And then we got 2, 4, 6. We got 6 ones, and we add that all up, we're going to get our product. Then you have something over here called the area model. And that's basically taking what we've learned before, our rectangles, and finding the length times the width. So we would break up 80, put 80 here and multiplying it by 3. And then we take our ones and we multiply it by 3. And there's a 2 right there. And when we do 3 times 80, we get 240. And then when we multiply 3 times 2, we get 6. And when we add those 240 plus 6, we get 246. So there is the place value chart and the area model of 2 different ways to solve 3 times 82. Then our last one is the break apart and distribute. This is where we're going to break apart 82. We got 8 tens, which is 80, and we have 2 ones. We're breaking it apart. Then we come over here and we go to the distributing part. So we could take 80 plus 2 and put that in the parentheses, and each one of these gets multiplied by 3. Or you could do it this way and say 3 times 80 plus 3 times the 2. Then when we do this, we get 240 on this side, plus this 6, and we get 246. So I know there's 3 very big strategies going on here, but you're eventually going to have to choose the strategy that you prefer to do the best that works for you. 82 times 3. So I already started the place value chart, and we're showing that we have how many ones? We have 2 ones. And how many tens? We have 8. So now what we're going to do is we are going to have to do this now to show 3 times. So I'm going to put another set here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's multiplying by 2 so far. Going to add another one up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that we multiplying by 3. So how many tens do we have here? We have, this is equal to 8. Oops. This is 80. This is 80. And this is 80. How many ones? We have 2, 2, and 2. So now this is another way. So 3 times 80, over here you have 240. And how many 2's do we have? We have 2, 4, 6. So this side is 6. And how much do we have? We have 246 place value discs. So this is one strategy to solve 82 times 3. You might want to start using place value discs to help you solve with multiplication problems. It gets big, so let's try another one. The next one we have now for 82 times 3 is where we're going to show this using the area model. And how we do that is we're going to take the 80, put it up here, and we're multiplying by 3. This is like the length times width when we find the area of a rectangle. Well, we can use it for multiplication too. But now I'm going to draw a small little box because we have to represent the ones, and that is going to be 2 on the top, and we're multiplying by 3. Now we can actually put this together. We can say 80 times 3 is 240, and on the bottom, the little rectangle we have there, we have 3 times 2, that equals 6. And when we add these up, 240 plus 6, we're going to get 246. Okay, so that's another strategy that you could use to solve multiplication, called the area model. The next one we have is the break apart and distribute. This is the third type of strategy to use. So what we're going to do is we need to break up the 82. So I'm going to put 82, and then we take the 8, which represents 80 because it's in the tens place, and we're going to take that 2, and that's in the ones place. And now what we have to do is we just broke it apart. Now we have to distribute it. And how we're going to distribute this is we're going to say 3 times 80 plus 2. That is one way of solving it. And we distribute the 3 to each one of these parts. So it would be 3 times 80 plus 3 times 2. And we're going to get 240 plus the 6 to get 246. Another way to show distributed is 3 times 80 plus 3 times the 2. And we're going to get the same thing, 240 plus the 6 to get 246. These look like funnels. And I like to call them the funnels because you're breaking them down. They start off very big on the top, and then we work down and we get the answer, and it gets very small towards the bottom. This is going to be very helpful when you do things like an algebra, all right, which we'll probably be doing it closer to the end of the year, but you'll get that in middle school and high school. But funnels, oh, they're so much fun. All right, so this is one way of doing a multiplication by breaking apart and distribute. Math. I have no idea what I'm doing. And lots of times we feel that way. But don't give up. because we are leaders and we keep giving our best. Okay, you're going to choose one of the 3 strategies that you learned tonight for 72 times 2. And guys, I want to see your work tomorrow. Bring them in. And if you bring your work in tomorrow, you'll be leveling up on the board. So let's see it. Give it your best shot. 42 times 3. Choose one of the 3 strategies and you make sure you bring in your work tomorrow so you can level up. Me in math class. Me calculating how many minutes until math class ends. Hopefully you guys don't feel that way. This was a lot of work tonight. I know, a lot of different strategies to choose from. You choose the one that you're most comfortable with. It's good to practice with all 3. The more you practice with things, the better you're going to get at it. So have a wonderful night, and we'll practice these strategies more tomorrow.